Hello, crafters! This is Suzanne from A Creative Muse, and I'm here with Spellbinders' latest steals and deals. This is the third sale, like back-to-back sales, and this sale is completely different than the previous two. So, of course, I took a deep look at it, and I was like, yeah, I got to do a video because there is some new in sale in this video. There are also some steals. Not super crazy deep steals, but still steals in here and lots of deals. If you look at the entirety of the sale, you will see a lot of the past Kit Club goodies also in the sale. So I'm not going to touch upon it except for Club Blooms because she's a special all by herself. So I have to talk about the florals. I will also be including timestamps in this video. But before I get started, crafters, Kit Club is about to close for this month. It closed on the 27th. I'll link my Kit Club video here. Also, crafters, with this sale, check your wish list and check your rewards. Remember, rewards at Spellbinders equals cash. So apply your rewards to your checkout so you can get a nice discount on top of the already discounts. Love that. 2 thumbs up. Plus, you also get free shipping at $125. And crafters, my sinus is acting up, so if I sound a little bit stuffy here and there, just ignore it. I am pushing through it to show you all the goodies in this sale. Okay, crafters, let's take a closer look at this Sweet Deals in Bloom sale, which has nothing to do with florals or anything. It's just a good sale. Let's get started. Relatively new. This is not new, but this is new. Cozy Toes Friends. So in the last sale, the club sale, this was on sale, this wasn't. Now both of them are on sale, and there's a bundle with these two. This is $28 from $40, same price as it was last week. Cozy Toes Friends, this is coming in at $23.09 from $32.99. The bundle with the two together, $33.58 from $47.98. You get this cute stamp set, which you will see on my examples. To use Cozy Toes Friends die, which will give you unicorn, frog, monster, shark, these 4 cuties to put on top of the starting set. You can use this by itself if you want the head of the critter cutie patootie all by itself. But if you want to have it on the slipper, you're going to need Cozy Toes slippers. With the Cozy Toes slippers, you'll get the leg, the slipper, Santa, a reindeer, bunny, perfect for all your Easter crafting too, penguin, and a monster claw. Here you're getting the monster face. So here are some examples featuring these two. Here is the monster. See the sentiment? I'll bring the cheese and the outfit with drawstrings. And here you're seeing the Cozy Toe slippers. That's the frog. So adorable. That's the shark, baby shark. And then the unicorn. Fun, fun, fun. Lots of fun with this set. Going into Cozy Toe slippers, I have these 2 examples. That's Santa. And I did turn the reindeer into a pig, okay, on this little shaker card. Now you can complete the set. If this has been in your wish list, this is the time because that's a good price at $23.09. And if you have this, you might as well add this because this just brings it into all year round crafting, okay? So here's another look at the Cozy Toes Friends. Crafters, this is a great set if you want to get your kids or your tweens into crafting, or if you have a crafty friend and you want to get them into crafting, this is a great set to start off with. Very easy and fun to work with. You will smile while you're creating. So that's also a bonus with this one. It's just fun for all ages. Love, 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 love. Up next, new in sale, the Bon Appetito collection. Everything is here, which is 1 3D embossing folder, 2 die sets, and a stamp set. This whole bundle is on sale. $51.77 from $73.96. First time new in sale. Pasta Friends, this is coming in so you can get them individually too. Right beside the bundle, I'm going to put a slash and then I'm going to put COLL. That means collection. If I'm limited by space, I'll always hyphenate and then put collection like COLL, okay? Then you can see the rest of it, but I will put a listing for this one because you can make lots of cards with just this one right here. Pasta Friends is $16.09 from $22. There is also the Ingredients Buddies. And then there's this fun sentiment stamp set, which is high quality photopolymer stamps. Here is an example of the Ingredients Buddies with the fork from this one and the sentiment from the stamp set. Here's another one. Look at that. Isn't that fun? And another one here as well. Love, 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 love all the cutie patooties. The embossing folder al dente is in the back here, but it's nighttime and I'm filming at night, so I don't know if you can see the texture, but this is a really fun embossing folder, especially if you do a lot of things with pasta. Love that. Next up is Simon Hurley's Seasons Greetings Collection. I'll put /COLL with this one. Ski Lodge dies, because right now a lot of folks are going skiing, and you might be one of them too. You might want to make some cards while you are there. There is a bundle with this as well, which is the 2 dies here and an embossing folder. The bundle with all 3 items is coming in at $41.28 from $58.97. Ski Lodge die, $18.89 from $26.99. And Hit the Slopes with the People. This one is coming in at $11.19 from $15.99. Here is my example of the Ski Lodge. Super love. This is on a larger card. This is an A6, not a 5x7, but I could have still worked it on a 5x7. And here it is on an A2. Super fun. Look at all the fun you can have. And these 2 are done different ways. This one I don't have as much detail. I don't have the little platform, the stairs, but I still have the house. And this one I put lights, that one no lights. Just have fun with this. Mix, match, and play. Hit the Slopes, another one you can have fun with. Use as much as you want, 5x7. Use as little as you want. This is the 3D embossing folder, okay? With the slopes. I think that's a fun embossing folder. See how I'm just using the lines of the embossing folder to then position the skiers? Even this single snowboarder is so much fun. And there is a better press to go along with this as well. But this is a die sale, not a better press sale. Super fun. Perfect for your seasons greetings right now, if you're skiing. Up next, I'm going to bring in old and new, because happy hour collection with the new happier hour collection. So I might as well bring them all together so I don't have to go back and refer back and forth and all that. So the new in sale is the happier hour collection, which features these 3 goodies. I'll also be putting a /COLL for the rest of it, because there are coordinating better press sets to go along with this if you want to get that. If this is in your wish list, definitely the time. There is the die bundle, which is these 3 items. $58.08 from $82.97. Thumbs way up for that. Then there is the Fountain Wishes with the little fountain drink and all this fun. These all come with diagrams, okay? Fountain Wishes is $20.29 from $28.99. Special Toast for wedding and anything celebratory. This is great as well. Graduation, anything like that. $18.89 from $26.99. That's a great deal. Sip Sip Olé. This one is also $18.89 from $26.99. Here is Fountain Wishes. Uber fun. Look how pretty that is. You can make so many fun cards with this. Look at the difference between the 2. This is the Special Toast with that beautiful wine glass. All this fun bridal beauty if you want, or you can just use the flowers. You could just have this anything celebratory. It doesn't have to always just be wedding. Definitely fun. And then more fun. This is super fun if you drink or you make margaritas and that all the time. This is great to just make invitations to have folks come over your house. Great during the summer. Great if you love a good margarita too. This is a great die set just to tickle your fancy. You don't have to use a little sugar skull. There are so many other bits here. Strawberry, little cactus, flowers. Can you mix, match, and play between these? Yes. Can you go into the older set? Oh, most definitely. But super duper fun. Now, with this Happier Hour collection, there was also a foundation die introduced in this collection, which I'm going to address again towards the end of the video. This is the Linear Touch Rectangles and Tag die. Yeah, new in sale. Happy. This is a great deal. This is coming in at $18.89 from $26.99. Fabulous, beautiful, elegant foundation die, but can also be playful like what you see here. Largest die is in A2, 4 1/4, 5.5 inch. Has a matting layer. That's what you see this is. That's the matting layer as well. And then again, the same set with the matting layer, and then it comes into a tag. So 7 dies in total. Linear Touch, by far winner. If this has been in your wish list, this might be the time. If it hasn't been in your wish list, you're going to be seeing it from a lot of my cards. Definitely the time, especially when it's on sale. It's a beautiful, elegant, fabulous foundation die, okay? Now I'm going to be going into Love on the Rocks and the Happy Hour collection. Love on the Rocks is in this sale, wasn't in the last sale. This is $14 from $27.99. This is a fabulous set. It can be used on your masculine cards as well. Up here is the Valentine part, but down here, all your masculine fun. Or just both, masculine, feminine. Olive Martini, $13.50 from $26.99. I don't see Sunset in a glass. If I do see it in clearance, then I'll put it with this as well. and Tropical Flair, $10.50 from $20.99. All these fun bits. Can you bring it in with what I just showed you? Absolutely. Could I turn this into a float and have some tropical goodness going, or just bring over the cherry here, a different cherry than that one, and the little orange slice, etc.? Absolutely. Here are two examples of Love on the Rocks. Feminine, masculine. Thumbs up for both. Love, 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 love. Examples of Olive Martini. Christmas, Halloween, all year round. The Christmas add-on is on sale, so I will be putting /COLL beside it for happy hour. I think when I do that, it's going to link both happier hour and happy hour. So just know it's going to be probably the whole happy hour fun. You can take a look at the entire thing. As a matter of fact, I'm detailing and linking everything below. If you are enjoying these videos, these Steals and Deals video, please, crafters, give me a thumbs up. Also, if you are new to my channel, consider subscribing. I am trying my best. These are prayer hands now to get 20,000 subscribers or more. More would be great, but, you know, just supporting my channel. I so appreciate you guys, okay? So thumbs up for that as well. This is Sunset in a Glass. That's Tropical Flair. Tropical Flair by itself. See the little flamingo, little citrus, the flowers, and Tropical Flair over here with Sunset in a Glass. Fun, 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 fun. Can this be with that? Absolutely. Can it be with this too? Certainly. Can it go over with the others that I just showed you? Yes. So all of this fun, fruity, celebratory drinks and such, they're all on sale, okay? So both the Happier Hour and the Happy Hour collection, both of them are by far winners. Don't forget to check out that bundle with the Happier Hour, okay, with the 3 dies. This is the Musical Notes collection, BB's Musical Notes. This is on sale, new in sale. Fun, fun, fun. Majestic Guitar, this large guitar, which will work on a 5x7 card. This is coming in at $29.69 from $32.99. A nice deal. This is an add-on to turn it into a box. That is also on sale. Then there is the mini guitar. This sold out very quickly. This is $14.39 from $15.99. So it's a little deal, but so fun. You might want to have some fun with it. Mini musical instruments. That's also on sale, okay? Fun, 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 fun. Here is the Majestic Guitar. See how big it is? I did put it at an angle here on a 5x7. Look how fun that is. There is diagrams to put this all together, okay? Up next, the mini guitar. Isn't that fun with my wreath? Thumbs up. Look how fun that is for like a birthday card. There is also a 3D embossing folder with the musical notes as well. But this is a die sale, so I don't believe it's on sale. Mini musical instruments. That's what it will look like, okay? So fun. So super fun. Okay, crafters, even though I said this is a die sale, I did see this in there, and we have to talk about it because this is a steal. This is the Merry Moments Mega Card Making Kit. This is now $25 from $50. This is your early Christmas in July crafting. If you want to make lots and lots of cards, you can make roughly, I would say, between 30 to 50 cards, depending on how you play with it. Comes with a 6x6 paper pad. Different types of ephemera packs, stickers, all sorts of goodness. So this is a huge box of goodies. I have bits in here right now. But you see all the things that you get? And this is me already going into it. There is even a stamp set. Lots of fun. There is some pattern paper with it as well. So for $25 from $50, this is a great set for you to play with starting Christmas in July. Or if you want to give it as a gift to a crafty friend. If you want to encourage somebody to get into crafting, this is a great gift for them. This is a nice big box of goodies. So $25 from $50, thumbs up. Sometimes when you make a big project for your friend, you're actually spending much more than $25. Yes, I've been down that road at Crops where we all do swaps and everybody is spending easily $75 because you're buying so many supplies. Yeah, it gets out there. So that's an all-in-one great gift. So that's the only thing outside of dies I'm going to be talking about is that Merry Moments card making kit. Yay! Now we're into more dies. These are older die sets, but still just as fabulous. As a matter of fact, a lot of them are not even that old. So my collection, Texture and Foliage. I'll link my video here if you want to see more details into it. This is on sale. These two. The embossing folders are not in the sale, and my Better Press is not in the sale, but these two are. Seasonal Wreath Foliage is coming in at $16.50 from $32.99. That's a steal. Yay for that. Then the Autumn Greetings Wreath, This is $11.50 from $22.99. Fun, 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 fun. With the seasonal wreath foliage, you're going to get this at a holly set. This large holly branch is a foliage base with placement for the berries. This is mistletoe, also with placement for berries. And then there's a sentiment, Merry Christmas with the shadow. And then this is your all year round, just a thicker wreath. This is reminiscent of garden wreath add-on, okay? Autumn greetings will have the sentiment, autumn greetings with the shadow. Then all these gourds, pumpkin, pomegranate. Here you're getting a larger twig and a small twig, and then all this fun foliage. You can mix, match, and play between my older collection, Beautiful Wreaths collection, and this. But let me show you some examples with this first before I go into Beautiful Wreaths. Here are two examples of this one, the seasonal wreath foliage, using that die, okay? Here, look at that with Simon strawberries. I could switch this to anything. This could be little cupcakes. This could be strawberries. This could be oranges, lemons, anything there. Flowers like this one. This is the same as this here. It's just here I stretched it out, 4 of them. Here it looks like it's about 3 of them. But you can make your wreath either in a circle or more like a circle oval. This is on an A6. This is on an A2. Mix, match, play, have fun with this. Here it is as a swag, coming like so. Happy birthday sentiment. That is from my birthday wreath add-on, which is in this sale as well. And that's my Better Press. And then this is garden wreath add-on. For Christmas versions, I have this one with the holly. And look at the little berries. And I also brought in some twigs. This one, I have the mistletoe. And I'm using the Christmas wreath add-on and the sentiment Merry Christmas from here. Christmas wreath add-on will have Caesar's greetings, okay? Fun, fun, fun. Next is the autumn greetings wreath. Look at this one. I turned the twigs here into a wreath base, just like I did with this one. So you can do that as well with this twig. And then look at the pumpkins and all the foliage. So fun. Autumn is right there. And here is autumn greetings as well, using more twigs. Here I have Build a Wreath with the sunflower, and then more of all this fun with all that foliage and such. Super duper fun. Love, 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 love. And I just showed you seasonal wreath on this one with the guitar. So you can bring in things that are outside, completely outside of my collection too. The flowers are from this collection, and so is the guitar, okay? But still, mix, match, play, have fun. Up next is my Beautiful Wreaths collection. Build a Wreath is not in the sale. This is a starting die set. You can put this one in your wish list and get it at another time. But you can make wreath cards with this already, just by itself. Then these are the fun add-ons. Garden Wreath is not in this sale as well. This is where you're seeing all the beautiful florals. This is where you're seeing all the fun florals like that, okay? So these two are not in the sale. Those will be at full price. But what is in the sale? Birthday wreath is coming in at $15 from $29.99. Christmas wreath add-on, $16.50 from $32.99. Halloween wreath add-on, $14 from $27.99. And Halloween, you can have fun with the Halloween wreath outside of Halloween crafting with that bow. Fabulous. Here are some examples of my birthday wreath add-on. My favorite, the cupcake. So there is the cupcake, the party hat, streamers, but I just love this cupcake. It's so easy to work with. That's why I keep on using it. All different kinds of ways. There is a present, but everything in here is still easy to work with. Balloons, that is fun as well. You can do lots with the balloons. Happy birthday with the sentiment. Love that. And then the little doodads. These are the doodads. Little confetti bits. Yes, I do love the cupcake. Here is a masculine card featuring a lot of my balloons. And it's an easel card, so it opens up to reveal the party hat. There's a party hat. Okay? So fun. Birthday wreath add-on. Love, 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 love. Lots of birthday fun. Even when you do it like this, like a pyramid. Still fun. Up next, Christmas wreath add-on. Love, love. I do have a step-by-step tutorial for this. If you wanted to watch it and then play along, you would make this card. You can change up the colorway like I did here and make this card. Fun either way. Love, 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 love. The snowman, Christmas tree, poinsettia. Favorites in this one. The bow, ornament, season's greetings, the snowflake. Now, when I say favorite, that doesn't mean that I don't like anything else and I only like my favorites. It's just I always reach for these all the time on different cards by itself. Look at this. Playing with just a poinsettia. Here it is with the snowman, poinsettia, build a wreath. Everything is all here. Lots and lots of fun. Love, 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 love. Let me link this tutorial here so you might want to save that in your playlist if you want to make a card like this, 5x7. Love it. And lastly, this is a Halloween wreath add-on. This is super fun. Super, super love this one, especially during Halloween crafting, which will now start with Summerween, because I'm definitely going to be doing Summerween, going into Halloween, because I love Halloween crafting. Happy Halloween with the shadow, the ghost, the candy, the witch hat, jack-o'-lantern, the bats, the bow, love, love. Here I'm just using just a jack-o'-lantern and the candy. Super fun. And over here, witch hat, along with the seasonal wreath foliage. But the seasonal wreath foliage is in black this time, instead of it being in green. You see the difference? But it works, doesn't it? And then here it is with build a wreath in the background and a lot of the goodies here except for the witch hat, okay? And the sentiment, happy Halloween. So super fun. Love, 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 love. Speaking of loving a die set, this is Vivid Blooms. Love, love, love. If you don't own this, you might want to get it. Right now it's a steal and it is very easy to work with. Vivid Blooms is $16.50 from $32.99. That's a steal for a fabulous set. And it can make lots of beautiful birthday cards. For example, coming into my Better Press sentiment here, but you see all the fun right here. Look at that. With a new foundation die. Not in the sale though, but fun, fun, fun. So you get a large flower. This flower right there that turns like to the side. You get this little bud poppy, and then you get smaller flowers, which I have here. And I think this was the first time I had put it on this because normally you would use these small flowers on it, but I decided to go ahead. So this is a foliage base and that's for placement. I use this on it, which is a little bit larger, but that's there too. You'll see on some of my examples. And then I love the foliage here. So love. So much so, I just keep using it and it was one of my favorites last year. Look at this. So pretty. Again, so pretty. And you notice how all three versions look completely different. Change the colorway, but also the composition. So here I have the little spray with the flowers here. No little flowers, just that bud and then the bigger flowers. Over here, just the bits. And then this has more of what's in here. So this is by itself a mix, match, and play winner. So you won't get tired of it either. You'll use it all the time. When you need to make a quick card too, oh, she's ready to go. 5x7, A2, beautiful both ways. And I do love the large flower. This large flower in red. My favorite is the red with the yellow. Just can't get enough of it. So love. So here you're seeing the larger flowers. Here you're seeing the smaller. See the difference? Still works both ways. You want to deconstruct it. Just using this alone with the small flowers. Look at that. Love that too. Further, just using this on a card, and that's a 5x7. Still loving. And then experimenting with other die sets. This is now coming into my next die, which is Club Blooms. These two are Club Blooms right there. That is Vivid Blooms, okay? And some of the Vivid Blooms bits and maybe some of the Club Blooms bits over here. This is a combination of 3 sets. Club Blooms, Vivid Blooms, and Be Bold Blooms, which is also in this sale. I think is $21 or $22 from like $30 or something. So that's in the sale as well. I'll put it right underneath the listing for Club Blooms if you've been wanting Be Bold Blooms. Just as fabulous. All right, so now let's go into my next die set because I just showed you so many examples. Fun, 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 fun. Seriously. Shifting away from Vivid Blooms, we're going to bring in Club Blooms. This is the only one from the past club sale that just ended that I'm going to talk about. $28 from $40. This is a large die of the month. Love this set. Such a strong, fabulous set. And I showed you some examples of it here, working with Vivid Blooms and also Be Bold Blooms. But I have a lot of cards with this one too. So 28 from 40. Here she is as Christmas florals. Look at that. Love that. You also get berries with this one. A little bit smaller. Could I mix it with the berries from Vivid Blooms? Absolutely. That's a thumbs up for good to go. You get a large flower, that medium flower. Love the centers here for this as well. You also get a flower that turns to the side. You will even get this. If you want to practice with this set, make that and make a few of them and change up the colorway. Have fun with that as well. So it'll give you instructions of how to put it together. And you can take this little one. You can also put flowers on it, which is what I did here. So here it is with just the buds. That is it with flowers. Look at it with a beautiful Better Press sentiment. You don't have to compose this whole huge arrangement every single card. You can have something here in the center, large sentiment die, Better Press, and then accents. This is what I also do with my garden wreath add-on. Accent, but it works with this as well. Fun. Have fun with it. Experiment with it. Here it is with Better Press in the background, but look at that, changing up the colorway. Isn't that fun? Here it is on a Sweet 16 card. That's the little flowers that turn to the side. But there's also this one too. So there is this and that. More flowers in here. So just use as much as you want or as little as you want. Here's another version of it. So fun with the yellows. And here it is tropical. Look at it when you put on bright colors with it. She is just a by far winner. Love this set. So 28 from 40. I have 3 sets of it. Spellbinders send me one. I bought 2 more. Faster crafting when you have multiples. Same thing with Vivid Blooms. Spellbinders sent me one. I have 2 more of it as well. Yes, I bought both of them. And I bought the Vivid Blooms full price too. Yeah, just had to go faster. I put 3 of the large flower at the same time, put the foliage at the same time. It's just run and then it's like, oh, play. Love that. But very, very true. Alrighty, up next. This is another fun set. I love this set. I always talk about this one. This is Cheerful Chirps. All 3 items are on sale. I'm going to be focusing mainly on this one in particular. My favorite was nominated for a Spellbinders Award last year, or did it win? I think it won. Flying High. Flying High is a steal. $11.50 from $22.99. Pretty Birds. Also $11.50 from $22.99. Free Hugs Oscar. This is coming in at $6.72 from $13.43. All 3 of these are winners. You can have lots of fun at a weekend crop just playing with these right here, especially this one. This is your bang for your buck winner because the foliage, the branch, and the flowers, this all works by itself. And then you can bring in the beautiful cockatoo. So I have made multiples of this one. Love. First time using it, I was like, oh yes, fabulous. Here it is again. So love. Look at it with the Distress Oxide in the background. Thumbs up for that. Here it is with the Tropical Flare I just showed you from the Happy Hour collection. So I'm just changing it up just to see what it would look like, but I still kept that branch. This branch, winner. Now you can use this without even using the birds. Use it on something completely different. Here is an example of how you can use it without using the birds. You see the spider? Or you could just have the tree, the foliage, the flowers telling a story by itself without either a bird or a spider. But you see the fun? Look how it's working for Halloween and making Halloween pretty. Love it though. I'm telling you, it's a fabulous set. So Flying High, that's your winner and very easy to work with. Here's another example of it as well. Now, you don't have to limit these flowers and the branch and foliage to just this one. You can bring it in with these 2. Pretty Birds. I have 1 example of Pretty Birds, but I did bring in the flowers with it. It does come with the little swing that they're on. So fun. And the sentiment hello. And some flowers as well. But I love these flowers. That's why I didn't use that one. I know. I'm partial to this one. I tell you, Flying High, by far winner. You're on a tight budget. Get this one. Okay? That's the one to get. Free Hugs Oscar. Look how fun Free Hugs Oscar is with the branch and the flowers and everything. And here it is with just 1 branch and some flowers. So super fun. Love, 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 love. It's the start of the year. Maybe you want to make a bunch of birthday cards. You want to make some cards for an upcoming vacation. Maybe spring break. Why not? This is just all year round. Such a winner. I love it. Could I turn this Christmas? I bet I could. Especially these 2 because of the head. I could just put a nice little Santa hat there. I would do that. I so would. I would do this one too. Alrighty, these are winners, Flying High especially. Up next is Mickey Mouse. So the Say Cheese Classic Mouse. All of it is on sale pretty much, but the main dice that I'm going to talk about is this one because there is add-ons to it. There is a Christmas add-on. Parts of it are in this sale. The Valentine's add-on, that's brand new, so that's not in the sale. And then there's another one coming. Hint, hint. I'm just giving you a hint that there's another add-on for this, okay? Steamboat Willie is $25.87 from $36.95. That's a great deal for the starting set because you have to have this set to have Mickey and Minnie. Yes, there are diagrams for this and also for the positioning of the arms, okay? There's also a die bundle, which will include Steamboat Willie and another die, which I didn't pull out. So let me just show you a graphic here. $43.82 from $62.60. You'll see the bundle in this thing. I'm going to put the right next to this /COLL, okay? Here is Minnie, here is Mickey. And there's also an alphabet set. Lots of fun. But you see the steamboat hat? Love that. So this is a nautical card. This is just Minnie 4th of July. Here is Mickey and Minnie together having fun. Love that as well. Mickey and Minnie for Valentine. You see, it's the same exact thing. You just have to have the base set. The arms are different because these arms are for the Valentine where they do the heart. And this is them at Christmas. So you see all year round fun. If you're going to Disney World or you're scrapbooking too, this is a great size for scrapbooking, mini album making as well, or for your journals too, okay? So fun. Love, 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 love. Definitely get Steamboat Willie. If your budget is tight, you can stop here and make lots of cards with this by itself. You get the flower, you get the hat, and you also get that hat for Mickey, okay? There is a new hat with the Valentine add-on, but the Valentine add-ons are smaller sets. This is the biggest set. So at $25, that's your winner, especially when it's from almost $40 at $36.95. That's $37. Yeah, winner. Up next, crafters. A lot of the La Dolce Vita collection is on sale. I'm going to just highlight these three, especially this one, because this is another big die set. You can make lots of beautiful cards with it, but it does have a higher price point. So when it goes on sale, I like to take a moment just to say, this might be the time. This is a steal coming in at $20 from $39.99. This is Beyond the Door. You get this door whole scene. Everything here is a scene. This was from the weekend or last year. This is a die set that can be a great gift as well for a fellow crafter or somebody that you want to get into crafting. Or if you want to have a second set to make lots of cards. This is Deckside Dreams with the little yacht. This is so fun. This is coming in at $11.50 from $22.99. Great for all your cruise ship cards, travel cards, and such. This is Citrus Spritz, a small die set, but I love this because, oh, she's your bang for your buck winner. Love this little one right here. This is coming in at $6 from $11.99. You get the little lemon and all the bits for it. So let's start off with the bang for your buck winner. Fun, fun, fun all the way around. And the little flowers come with it and everything. Super duper fun. Look at that. Love the little lemon. Up next, look at Deckside Dream. This just tucks into here. I just popped this up off of that A2 card base. Look at all the layers. Because you get this little water detail. You get still water. And lastly, but definitely not least, Beyond the Door. Look at Beyond the Door. My mother likes the soap opera Beyond the Gates. So I was just thinking of it. This one I turned into an easel card. So here you get bougainvillea. You also get this little vine that you can put the bougainvillea, lemons or oranges, and all these little pots and just this whole fun scene. Here's another card looking completely different. And here's another card. This one was taught by Jennifer McGuire. So it's interactive and it actually lines up. You don't see this with this, right? I was like, oh my gosh, it actually lined up when I was making it, when she was teaching it. So fun. Look how pretty this is. Love, 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 love. All right, next, let's talk about the Classic Road Legends. Talking about fun and play. In a recent sale, it was only the Timeless Truck, which is $11.50 from $22.99. As a matter of fact, all three of them are each $11.50 from $22.99. So that's a steal already. So here's the Timeless Truck with the pickup. This is the Hallmark movie Christmas all year round red truck. Love that. Muscle car, also a red car, Starsky and Hutch. That's the example that I made. The inspiration for it, I should say, is Starsky and Hutch. Classic car. So here is Starsky and Hutch. Speedometer is also on sale. So beside the first one, I'll put /COLL. There is the Hallmark movie truck, and also the die set is on sale. This is a stamp set. I don't believe that's on sale. And then here is the classic car. So this one is like your Mary Kay car. I just wanted to make a feminine version of this just to see if I could. This could be feminine too, but it definitely has a masculine look with that shade of red, right? So fun. So this is a all year round winner for a lot of masculine cards. Very easy and very quick. Father's Day cards. Anything, but definitely masculine, and it can become feminine too. Have fun with it, okay? Love. Up next, speaking about masculine cards, here is a fun set. All of these are on sale. I'm only going to talk about this one. To the Moon Dies. This is a steal as well. $10.50 from $20.99. Next to it, I'm going to put /COLL. Then there is a bundle. All three of these. $30.79 from $61.57. So you might want to get the bundle. Bundle will include Space Greetings, which are these sentiment dies. Here are the translation of what's here, so you can see that. I love the Love You to the Moon and Back. UFO Friend, and also To the Moon. To the Moon Rocket is like the most popular one. That's why I did show you that individually in terms of the pricing. There it is. And here I'm using the little UFO Friend, which is there. Here's another version. I'm using also the sentiment die, and I love the small sizing. Look at that rocket, red, blue. And then here is the UFO friend, which comes with the planets, and you can bring the planets over here and have fun. And then look at the little spaceship. Greetings, Earthling, with the little alien. So fun. This is great for a lot of your masculine cards, boys cards. If you want to get your kids into crafting, why not here? And girls too, because Barbie certainly did have a rocket ship that looked like this in the Barbie movie. If you missed it, go take a look. Ken was hanging on the back. Right here with the fuels. But true, so true. That's where Ken was. So definitely take a look at this wonderful collection from Simon Hurley. Just lots of fun. Up next, I talked about the Jack of all trades collection, not the last sale, but the previous sale, where you had the suits and all that. Here is the Wild Joker die set by itself. I saw this one, and this is a steal, coming in at $13.50 from $26.99. Look at the fun card you can make with this cutie. He comes together pretty easy, and he is just such a little stunning set, isn't he? Love, 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 love. Wild Joker. To complete your whole Jack of all trades collection, okay? Up next, the Gorgeous You collection on sale. All these fun dies. Gorgeous You makeup is $18.48 from $36.95. Gorgeous You perfume, $13.50 from $26.99. Steal, 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 steal. Gorgeous You florals, love this one. $9 from $18.99. Gorgeous You makeup bag, $15 from $29.99. Why do I love this one? Because I can use this outside of this collection. Works on its own, fabulous. But still, works in here too, fabulously as well. First up, here's Gorgeous You makeup. Look at this fun one. Again, this is a great die set to give as a gift or to get as a gift for your kids. If you want to get your kids crafting this coming summer, get it when it's a steal. And then have it ready to go to give them something to do. Spring break, that's an entire week. If they're staying home, give them something to play with, something to do that's constructive besides just always being on their phone. At least here they can play with colors and have fun like this. Love, love, Gorgeous You makeup. You have mascara, blush, nail polish, potion, ointment, eyeshadow palette. This one is lip gloss and lipstick. So fun. And then this is your gift card set right here. This is the Gorgeous You makeup bag. Look at that. Have my little gift card in here. So it has this little detail, little drop in for the back, but you can just do the purse by itself. That's the Gorgeous You florals here. Could have put the florals here too, but it would have been too much. But still, fun, fun, fun. Here's the Gorgeous You perfume, by far winner. These are also great for Mother's Day cards as well. If your sister is a mother, you don't necessarily want to give her a card like, hey, love you, sis, happy Mother's Day, but you want to tell your sister happy Mother's Day, you can still do this. And you can do these on tags and then put it in with a whole basket of some goodies. So this is fun too. If you want to do like a perfume gift or a makeup gift, and then on the outside you decorate it like so, or use this same little slit here, put the gift card on the inside, and then have like Sephora in here, but then on the outside, the perfume bottle, makeup, again, the same thing, just like this. So this does not always have to be with this. It can be used with anything because it's just this little drop in. Thumbs up for that too. Love that. And lastly, another set that works outside of is the Gorgeous You florals. Here I have it with Paul Antonio. Loving these flowers. Spellbinders sent me a set. I bought a second set. Up next, City Holidays. This entire collection is on sale. I'm only going to bring attention to this because even though it is holiday, take out the snow. This is all year round. Take off the wreath too. This is just a building that you can decorate all year round. So that's why I wanted to show you this one. Also, this die set is a steal coming in at $20 from $40. So $20 from $39.99. Steal. Thumbs up. Next to this, I'll put /COLL so you can see the rest of the collection. If you saw it and you wanted to get it, this is a great time because now everything is a steal. Love that. There is a lot of Christmas in this sale, but I didn't want to go over it because I did it in the previous, not the last sale, but the one before that. I really went a lot of heavy Christmas, but now I want to give you guys a break from that. Look how this is so fabulous on a 5x7. It can also work on an A2. And this is a die set designed by Yana Smakula. On her YouTube channel, she used this die set. She made a bunch of cards using this one and also Yuletide Ride. She made lots of examples with this on her channel, okay? Definitely check that out. Love that. Up next, this is the Cuckoo Cottage collection. It's supposed to be 4 dies. I'm missing the Christmas add-on for this one, okay? This is a huge steal. So all 4 dies, I'll show you the graphic of the 4th die right now here. It is the Christmas add-on. So all 4 is a steal coming in for the bundle. $45.48 from $90.96. Thumbs up. Getting ready for your Christmas in July. The main set to start with, and you can use on its own outside of the add-ons, which is Harvest Time, Halloween TikTok, and the Christmas add-on. These are just add-ons. These are also individually on sale, but I think at that point the bundle may work out to be the best. Cuckoo Cottage, which is your starter set to get the cuckoo clock. This one is $14.50 from $28.99. That's a steal. Here is an example of it for fall. Look how fun that is. With the Halloween add-on. Look at that as well. What's that in the background? That's my seasonal wreath foliage right there with the berries. Thumbs up. With the Christmas add-on up here. Down here, that's Simon Hurley's North Pole Friends, okay? So I brought in a different die set with this, but I didn't have to. So it would be like this, with these bits hanging down with Christmas goodies on them. Okay, so up here with the Christmas add-on. Isn't that fun? But you do need to have this set if you want to play, unless you want to get just these bits by itself, because they're very small. You can use them for all sorts of things too, outside of always having it with the cuckoo clock. Little ghost, little cat, you know, if you love little tags. These are great because look at the sizing. They're all in that 1 inch, 1¼ inch sizing, okay? Fun, fun, fun. Up next, Country Christmas Barn. This is another one that can go beyond always being a holiday card. Take off the snow. You don't have to use the snow. Then it's just a barn. You can have all your Joanna Gaines fun here. Yes, I'm becoming a Magnolia girl. That's what I'm saying. That. Oh, I'm loving everything that Target has with Magnolia. And then on her website too. Yeah. Anyway, what do they call it? Rustic luxury or rustic modern? Just fun. So the barn. Let's talk about the barn. This is $14.50 from $28.99. Such a steal for a fun set. You can do a lot with a set like this. The rest of it is on sale, so I'll put /COLL for the remainder of it, okay? Up next, crafters, Winnie the Pooh. All of the original Winnie the Pooh and some of the others are on sale too. So next to Pooh and Piglet, I'll put /COLL. These two I want to bring attention to because there is a bundle on sale with a 3rd die. The 3rd die is a honey pot, okay? So it's Pooh and Piglet, Tigger and Eeyore, and then that large honey pot. That is coming in at $53.11 from $75.87. Next to it, I'll put /COLL. Pooh and Piglet. $22.04 from $31.49. Tigger and Eeyore, $21.95 from $31.35. Here is my example on an A9 card. A9 card is 5.5 inch tall, 8.5 inch wide. So here you're seeing all the folks. Pooh, Piglet, Tigger, Eeyore, and the large honey pot. So the large honey pot Pooh can fit in, or you can just have it as a honey pot. Then these smaller ones come here in the die set, okay? So if this has been on your wish list, or if this is the first time you're seeing it, this is the time. It's on sale. And the die bundle, that honey pot, thumbs up again for that. And I love all the drippy honey goodness with it as well. This is Pooh by himself. And I believe even the silhouette is on sale if you want to check that out too. Just check out the collection. Just click that link, okay? And there is a fun Better Press set. I don't believe that's on sale, but might be. Check it out. Up next, I'm doing an honorable mention because I can't find the card and I was spending way too much time trying to find the card. Flower Cart Die. This is a steal as well. Fabulous set. $16.50 from $32.99. That's a steal for a very large die set. This is another one that you can give as a gift to a fellow crafter or somebody that you want to get into crafting. Maybe you have a friend and they're new to it, so you want to give them, nice little gifts. You don't have to spend like $300 to give them a bunch of die sets. You can spend like sale and super sale. Crafting is not cheap, so when it's on sale like this, that's the time. Love this set. All year round winner too. And this is definitely great for right now, coming into the spring crafting and Easter crafting, all that good stuff, okay? To go along with Flower Cart, this is also in that collection. Of course, I found this one. Scallop Journal Card Dies. There are 2 die sets here. This is on sale too, but I'm focusing on this one. $10.50 from $20.99. It has florals and foliage, and it has that foliage base to put those flowers on top, and then this beautiful circular scallop. Here it is on a sympathy card. Look how pretty that is. So you can use it in bits. Here it is again with a sentiment die. And here it is again using two of these and then working around it. Because you see how this hugs? It's almost like my wreath. Not quite like my wreath, but it does have that little swag detail, and I love a good swag. So this has a smaller sizing. So fun. So I think at $10.50, that's a winner. You can use these on its own, like how I did here, or incorporate it with that, okay? So this is a 2-for-1 die set. This is on sale as well, which looks like this. This card is leading me to this. This is the mini Blooms and Sprigs die set. This is $6 from $11.99. What you're seeing here, and Spellbinders never sent this to me because this is an older set, but a fabulous set. 4 sets. So I bought one, went back and got another one, got another one, and got another one. 4 sets are here on a 5x7 magnet here. Isn't that fabulous? So this makes for very quick crafting when you want to have a bunch of little flowers and such. Can you mix it in with this? Absolutely. Can you take these flowers and put it here on that foliage base? Thumbs up. Absolutely again. So fun. So this is a oldie, but definitely a goodie, okay? Okay, crafters, we're going into foundation dies. First up, linear touch rectangles. Foundation dies are die sets that will either help you to start a card, give you an idea, jumping off starting point, or finish a card. So you're not just starting from nowhere. At least you can use these to either bring it into layers depending on the size of the image you're working with, etc. Or if you're working with stamped images, this is still your best friend. Linear touch is coming in, like I showed you before, $18.89 from $26.99. You saw examples here from Happy Hour Collection, and you also saw it here with the Flying High with the Bird. Fun, fun, fun. Largest die is at A2 and then that second layer. Minnie Mouse, look at that. 3 layers. You also saw it here on Skeezin's Greetings. You saw it here with the Bon Appetito. Look at this here with this month's Kit Club. Now I'm using just these two. I'm not using that matting layer. You see the difference? On this one, all I'm using is that outer one, this one, and then that one for that layer, but I didn't use this one, okay? So you see how you can mix, match, and play even within the set. Look how it is so pretty right there with a smaller image. And here it is with a floral as well. Thumbs way up. This is a by far winner. She helps to make elegant cards. She can also work on masculine cards too, okay? Have fun with linear touch rectangles and tag die. Up next, a newer foundation die, Bow and Bell scallop frame die. This is $11.50 from $22.99. That's a steal. Look at these 2 fun cards. Largest die is 3 3/4 by 4 7/8, and then it has these fun matting layers. You also get a bow and a bell. Love, 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 love that scallop detail, and I love the spacing from an A2, okay? Super fun. Up next, here is one of my favorites. This is Perfect Touch Rectangles. This is a steal. $15.68 from $31.35. If you don't own it, this might definitely be the time. I have it on some new cards here, so let me show you my newer cards. You haven't seen either one of these, so come back to my channel this week to see these collections. This is Make It and Bake It. This is Age to Perfection. You see this little detail right here? Works so well over here. It's also working on a masculine card too. Thumbs way up. Love, 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 love. Largest die is in A2, 4 1/4, 5.5 inch. Comes in 6 more times 2A tag. So love this. You can layer it up as much as you wish. I love to do 2 layers. Here it is on a masculine card for Father's Day. Another masculine card. This one is just so cute. I forgot the name of the collection, but just so fun. It just adds that little texture detail, which gives masculine cards a pop. Because when you have nothing there and then you just keep it so turned down the dial because we're not putting flowers or anything on it, then the card starts to look flat. That's why I love it for masculine cards too. And in darker colors, definitely it gives off the whole masculine feel. Here it is for the holidays. Again, for the holidays. Look at it coming into a smaller layer. And more layers for Halloween. Super duper fun. This is 3 layers. Love that. So definitely check this out for your masculine cards, kids cards, and more. Perfect Touch Rectangles. By far winner. One more example. Here it is with flowers. So you can work it with flowers too. That's 2 layers of it and then all the floral goodness. Okay, so that's Vivid Blooms. Yay! Up next, Arch Labels and Tag Dies. This is a fun set. This is a great shaped arch die set. can lend itself to whimsical cards, can also lend itself to more elegant cards, but I love to use it for whimsical cards. That's just my personal thing because it just gets me there quicker. You can also make beautiful shaped cards with this. This is coming in at $20.99 on $29.99. 14 dies. Largest die is an A2, 4 1/4, 5.5 inch. Comes in 13 more times to a tag. Here it is, coordinating with that set, which I believe is now retired, but so fun. 2 layers of it here. Here it is with the Sailor's Light large die of the month. That is 28 from 40 for this fun set. But you see how it just tells a story every single time. Here it is again for Father's Day with the Fair Winds collection. You saw it earlier here with the spider, looking fun. And here it is for the holidays as well. Love it to set all these scenes. You see all the scenes with it? So fun. To make it into a shape card, you just put a 1/2 inch score line, glue the tops together, and then it'll stand up like so. Okay? Fun, 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 fun. Love arch labels and tag. Up next are these 2 beauties. This is more popular than this, but I love both of them equally because they both serve 2 different functions. So both of them are oval die sets. Essential Modern Ovals is $13.50 from $26.99. That's a steal. Essential Stylish Ovals, this one is $17 from $33.99. Also a steal. This is the more popular one. This is loved by a lot of Spellbinders makers. So what you get with this one is a capsule, tall and thin. 3 1/4 inch by 5.5 inch. Here you're getting your A2 with 16 dies. This is 12 dies. Largest die is 4 1/4, 5.5 inch. So you see the width. So this set will give you narrow when you just have 1 or 2 little things or a few little images or something you want to contain right here. This one gives you more breathing room, a little bit more width. So there is a difference between them depending on what you're working on. That's why I love both of them. Here are 2 examples of Essential Modern Ovals. You see how it's coming in small like this for that small image, but then completing the story. Same thing here. Here it is with a floral. Love this card. I'm using 2 layers of it here. Here it is also working with this image as well. So if I went with the other one, it would have been wider. Sometimes I like to use this because then I get more space here to see what's in the background, see the embossing folder, just more breathing room on the sides. Here I cut that window for this tall, slim layout. And yes, I could put a piece of acetate here and then put shaker bits. This is also great to make shaker cards, but look at it as a frame. So fun. And I love it here with that capsule. Love that, love that, love that. Now it's Essential Stylish Ovals. You saw it here on this card. You notice when it goes in narrow, then it starts to almost look like Essential Modern Ovals. It would be shorter because once you get the width, this one becomes taller. This one still works on an A2. You see the difference? I'm coming in maybe 3 or 4 in this one on that example with the 2 image, but I wanted space because I had that little spaghetti noodle as well. Have it here on this card. This is a video coming up shortly. I'm using the largest one out here because I needed width and room on this 5x7 for my 2 little cuties right here. Same thing here with this one. This is supposed to be like an airplane window. And here it is on an A2 smaller sizing because with this one in a smaller sizing, you see what happens? It becomes like this. In the smaller sizing here, it breathes well with a small image like that. So there is a need for both of them is what I'm really trying to say. And that's why I love a good oval die anyway. So even if Spellbinders didn't send it to me, I would have gotten both of them because I love this and I love that. Love using them over and over again. Sometimes I do mix up this with this when it's like that because I'm like, which one is it? But I know it's this one here. So fun. Look at that. Isn't that cute? So cute. So come back to my channel to see Sending Hugs. Up next, you might not even have noticed this on a lot of my card examples I showed you, but this is my little helper workhorse when I want to tell a story and I need a circular die. This is a fun one. This is a steal, $12 from $23.99. This is Everlasting Circles. Here you're getting 16 dies. You start off at 4 1/4 inch, come all the way into 1/2 inch. So you get lots and lots of circles. You saw it here with Flying High. I love to use this to cut those windows to tell stories. Here with the rocket, feminine, masculine, Halloween. Here with the guitar. Now, do you need to use this to build my wreath on? No, but sometimes I like to use it because I like to have this popped up off of an embossed background. So then here I want plain and not this busy because I wanted to put the sentiment and have this clean. So sometimes I do like to bring in everlasting circles with my wreath die as well. I also did it here, plain there, better press background, and then build the wreath on. So you can build a perfect circle wreath without having this. If you want to also ensure it's a perfect circle, depending on who you're giving the card to, then you can use this as a helper until you get used to doing it. And then you'll be like, oh, I see what she's talking about. Same thing here. I have a blended background and an embossed background. So I use this as well. And also to cut out a little moon. Fun, fun, fun. Storytelling. It helps to cut these windows very easy. And this is also great when you want to do shaker cards. I could have acetate here and all the bits in there too. Love that. Everlasting circles. Winner. She's your little crafty helper, but not my favorite helper. My favorite helper, a lot of you already know if you watch my videos like this, I always talk about it. And yes, it's in this sale and on sale. So I'm talking about it here too. Yeah, a lot of you are like, let me guess. Precision. Yes, that one. Up next are these storytelling foundation dies. This is from the Tunnelscapes collection. Tunnel Cloud dies, $18.48 from $36.95. Underwater Tunnel, $23.09 from $32.99. That's the price I saw. I'll double check it. If I'm saying something wrong, I'll put it here on the screen, but that's what I wrote down. $23.09 from $32.99. Rainbow Slice, $16.50 from $32.99. This is your steal. This is your deal. This is your great deal. My favorite out of the three, this one right here, Tunnel Cloud. And you saw it earlier with the pickup. You're going to see it on a bunch of examples, but you'll also see these as well. Here's a Tunnel Cloud die as intended. Here I'm using 2 layers, and I love it on a 5x7, but it can also work on an A2. I'm using the largest one and the second largest. These birds, they're on sale too. I'll put next to this /COLL, so definitely check out everything that's on sale. This is a newer card for those of you who play pickleball. This is from the, can't remember the name of the collection, but I'll link my video here so you can see it. I'll put the name of the collection on the screen. Isn't that fun? But I just thought with this being outdoor with the clouds, I think that is just so fun. So fun. Here it is again with the pickup. Here it is Halloween with the ghosts. Here it is with a die cut image outside of the ghost. Fun in spring, fun in Halloween, fun on Father's Day. Then here it is with the baby, my son and my daughter. You know, these are the characters that I just have as my kids. I just love it. And here it is as an A2, but you can use this full piece on an A2 and it will still work. These two will work. This one I think gets very tight, but you can also cut edges with it as well. This is a great foundation die set, great for storytelling. Right here, 2 different stories, but you can see a story in each example, right? Love. Up next, Underwater Tunnel. Oh, my sinus is just going. Look at this fun one. See the 3 layers again? And the marine life. I love the add-ons in this one. Here it is with the spaceship. That was from the advent calendar. That's why this is not part of the To the Moon set. Look at this one here with the little fish tank. So love. And here it is with the ghost telling another story as well. Look at that. Fun, fun, fun. I love the organic shape with this one. So super fun. And lastly, the super steel. This one is Rainbow Slice. You get 4 of this. So the others had 3 pieces. This has 4 for that V shape and then all the marine life. I also did a card here where I put the flowers because you get so many florals with this. You can use the florals on its own and you can also just use the little rainbow slice on its own as well. Underwater, here with a cup of coffee, here with the spaceship, the To the Moon rocket. Isn't that fun? Love, 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 love. So this is just a great storytelling set. By far winners, all 3 favorite. If your budget is tight, get Tunnel Cloud. I would get that one, unless another one speaks to you, but that one is the one that just is easy for me to do lots of storytelling with, is the Tunnel Clouds. Up next, let me take a drink of water before I start talking about this one. This is my crafty helper. This is the one I reach for most of the time. Precision layering, A2 sets A and B. Set A, $15.68 from $31.35. Set B, $15.75, couple cents difference, from $31.49. If your budget is tight, get this one. If you can stretch it, get both. And right now you are basically getting it 2 for the price of 1. It's a series of rectangles, 16 in each set. Largest die in set A is your 4 1/4, 5.5 inch in 1/4 inch increments going all the way down. That's why I said get this one if your budget is tight, because you'll be at those whole numbers, even numbers. This is 1/8 of an inch shorter at the largest die. What you're looking at here is 4 1/8 inch by 5 3/8 inch, and then it comes in at 1/4 inch increments. When you go between the two, you get very tight layers. And I'm so glad that I saved these two cards that I just showed you not too long ago. Here is an example of the layers. You see the wide spacing? That's only using this one. You see this tight spacing between this and that gold? That's using between the two. So with the 1/8 of an inch, it's 1/8 of an inch all the way around spacing, which is really 1/16 of an inch on each side. Here, you are at a 1/4 spacing, which is 1/8 and 1/8 of an inch on each side. Does that make sense? So if you only use this one, you'll get this look. When you use the two together, right next to each other with the sizes, then you get that look, okay? So this is tight, that's loose. It just depends on what you want to do. I just love them. And also, these are my little crafty helpers for straightening out. Better press, glimmer, stencil backgrounds. Even when I ink blend a background, if I ink blend something this big and I want a particular spot, I'm bringing on one of these dies to help me, even in the 5x7 size, which I'll talk about next. Here, what it's doing, these dies, is straightening out this sentiment. Because when I glimmered this, it's bigger. When I use a trimmer to cut this, it's not going to cut straight. But you see how I'm coming like right there? I put the die on for placement, always placement. Here, centering this, here, trying to get as close to those edges, okay? Here are some new cards. This is from this month's Kit Club. Love the stencil of the month. You see all the layers? That's coming into these two together again, like one and the other. And then this is a brand new card. This is Age to Perfection. I have the outer layer and this layer. Now, I love these in particular for clean cards. When you die cut this, it does give a nice embossed edge, which works very well on clean cards too. But isn't this fun? Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I know. I love that card. So love. And this is just all the layers. So you can just keep going one between the other. Here it is with a recent Kit Club as well. Clean layers again because it's a clean card. So I use this. I try not to use a trimmer. The background here is a better press background, but I don't think you can see it. But what I'm doing is also keeping it straight. I'm going to show you another example of keeping a background straight. This card that I showed you not too long ago. This is pressed out all the way out to here. So an A2 pre-cut cotton card panel comes all the way out to here. To get this even, I'm bringing on one of these and then framing it out. You see how it's even on both sides? You know, I was looking at this, making sure top sides and bottom even. Then I die cut it. Then I have the spacing all the way out to the A2. That's your best friend right there. You try doing this with a trimmer? So let me show you a version of it with a trimmer. Here's an example of it with a trimmer. So this is the same Better Press background. This was at the Weekender workshop. Look right down here. You see what's happening? You see the spacing up here? You see the sides? Now look at these two. This was done with a trimmer at the workshop. These two were done with me using this die. Look at the tight layers and look at this layer popped up off of that. You see how everything fits in here? That's what I mean. It was straighten out your image. The image is straight coming top to bottom, thank goodness. But down here, I was like, oh goodness, I wish I did have this to then make it look like this, where up here has some space, down here has some space, same thing here. You see it? Yeah, I get like that. I do. If you are picky like that, I'm telling you, best friend, here it is with a stenciled image coming in very close to those edges, right? And centering everything and then ignoring that bottom part, but giving me enough space to put the sentiment. Love that. And lastly, this is a Better Press border. It is not two borders. It is pressed once, then die cut with this to make sure that this is all straight going across and spaced out properly using this. Same thing here. This is actually two borders, pressed, and then die cut. And I have 1, 2, 3 layers. Here I only have 2 layers. Thumbs up. Best friend, crafty helper. You will use this over and over and over again. Love precision layering. A2 sets A, B, budget tight, only get A. Put this on your wish list, get it another time. If you can swing it, get both of them. You won't be disappointed. By far winners for all your backgrounds and Better Press and more. Love. And lastly, in this sale, we're towards the end of the video. 5x7 Matting Basics A and B. This is $16.50 from $32.99. Steel. Set B, $18.50 from $36.99. Don't know why it costs more because they are both 7 dies in each set. So this is not 16 dies. I wish there was a precision layering A7. I did ask for it. Hasn't come out yet, and I asked for it last year. So let's just keep it moving with this one. You have seen it on a few examples in this video as well. I do love making 5x7. I've been making a lot of A2, but I am missing my 5x7. Largest die here in set A is not a 5x7. It's 1/8 of an inch shorter. And then largest die in B is even smaller than that. So you can go between them for the layers. Now, the fun thing is, once you start to go into these smaller layers, then it can work on an A2 card. It can also work on an A6 card. It starts to get like this, narrow and tall, which is fun as well. You saw combinations of either set A or B all here. This one is 5x7 out here, so I believe that one will be set A or set B. I'm using this for that sentiment to make sure my sentiment is straight and centered, and also, well, not centered top and bottom, but centered enough that I can then put the flowers, because I knew I was going to put flowers here. So I wanted it like that. But I wanted to make sure that this was done and this was done and it's straight across. It was also used on these layers. As a matter of fact, with this layer, you can see the embossed detail. On cotton card, it will emboss too, which is very pretty. So that's fun as well. Here it is in multiple layers on a sympathy card. Look how many layers I have here. Like 1, 2, 3 layers of it. Notice how it's straightening out that image. Love that. So it works again with Better Press and Glimmer. It's working definitely with this Better Press to make sure everything is centered, even. The whole thing was using this larger die because I did go 5x7. Then I brought in my Christmas wreath add-on with this and then did more layers. And here it is again with a glimmer image and then also centering right there, there, and up here and working with it that way. And lastly, here it is on an A6 card. You can see I'm using the die again to make sure that the hello is done straight across and also coming all the way out to where those little swoops are, and also housing my little stamped image. And you can also come on down into an A2 with these smaller sizing. And here it is on an A6. Look at the layers and then look at that detail right there, that embossed detail on brushed gold cardstock. Isn't that fun? But you see this size and this size, that will fit on an A2, but I decided to stretch it out because I was enjoying the embossing folder. So this is an A6 card. Alrighty, crafters, that is it for this sale. So this sale has some new and sale goodies. It also has some foundation dies. This is a great die sale. Definitely look at some of the collections. I'll just have the collection highlighted right beside it. Check your wish list before you check out. Check your rewards. Remember to apply your rewards to your cart. You get free shipping at $125. Have fun with this sale. There's lots of goodies in here and lots of steals and great deals. Alrighty, crafters, I'm going to edit. And until the next video, which will be sending hugs, stay crafty, my friends. Thanks so much for watching.